Hello, cherry lovers. Today I'm going to show you, guys and gals alike, how to make the perfect Valentine gift for your Valentine. So stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious, beautiful, heart-shaped cake. And you don't even have to have a heart-shaped cake pan. We're going to do it without the heart-shaped cake pan. Unless, of course, you have one, that will be fine. But the first thing I want to tell you is that I'm using my pound cake recipe that you've seen in the videos before. Cream cheese pound cake. I'm going to list that above if you'd like to use that. Now, some of you are thinking, but that's in a bundt pan. How can you make a cake pan bundt cake recipe? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Right here, what I've done is already made up the cake, and I'm going to leave above for you to see the cream cheese pound cake recipe that you can use for this recipe. Or you can use your own recipe. You can use a lemon cake recipe, chocolate recipe, any kind of cake recipe you want to use for this. But I'm going to show you how to use it using a 9x9 round cake pan and a 9x9 square cake pan. Now, as I've said, I've already mixed up my batter from the recipe that I've already done, which you can go and check out, and I've already poured it into the pans. Now, the thing that you have to remember, my cream cheese pound cake measured out to be around 5 to 6 cups of batter. And what I did was I put half the batter in the round cake pan and half the batter in the square cake pan, which for me measured out to be about 5.5 cups each pan. But make sure you measure yours when you're doing this. The next thing is to remember is, this is a tip that I've learned. I'm gonna give you a couple of pointers. I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but I have. Sometimes I've made these different pound cakes especially. Sometimes they turn out really dense, and other times they were perfect, and I could not figure out for the life of me why was it sometimes the cakes were dry and other times they turned out perfect, or sometimes they were just too dense. One of the tips that I want you to remember is, if you're taking your measuring cup and you're scooping into your canister to get your flour out, you're actually picking up more flour. If you're taking your measuring cup and you're scooping into the flour bag, you're actually taking more flour. Now, I actually did a test just to see if this was true, because I read this and I thought maybe there's some validity to that. Maybe that's really true. So I actually measured out on the left side 3 scoops of sugar for this recipe. 3 scoops of flour, and I scooped it out from the bag, and then I actually spooned it into the measuring cup. Spooning it into the measuring cup, it actually was, listen to this now, 33 grams of flour less from spooning it, which means when you scoop it, it packs somewhat, and it makes too much flour. Plain and simple. So make sure that when you make a pound cake, any kind of cake really, but especially the pound cakes. I haven't found that problem with regular cakes, but especially with my cream cheese pound cakes, my pineapple pound cakes, I found that problem where sometimes it would turn out too dense or else just dry. And so tonight we're going to use the spooned in flour to see how that turns out. Now, I'm going to show you how to bake this. You bake this and put it in the oven. You can actually put both of these in there at the same time so that they'll cook at the same time. And hopefully they'll rise to the same measurements. Sometimes it works out perfectly and sometimes it doesn't. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put this in the oven for 50 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Sometimes it takes a little less. Sometimes it takes a little more. Preheat the oven to 350. And set your timer. And if I were you, because I always do this just to make sure, I will check it after about 45 minutes to see where it's at. Put your toothpick in the center. If it comes out clean, you know it's ready. If it comes out with a little bit of batter on it, you know it's not ready. So I'm going to put this in the oven, and I will be right back. Putting this in the oven. Okay. Close that up, and I'm setting the timer for 45 minutes. And I will check it after 45 minutes, and we'll see how that turns out. Okay, guys, cakes are out of the oven. Now, this is important, so pay attention. You want to let these cool for 10 minutes, and then you want to transfer these cakes to your metal racks or whatever you sit them on to cool, and then you want to let them cool completely. And then I want to say really quick, because I don't want to leave this out, these cakes, since they're in these tight pans, they only have to cook for 35 minutes. So set your timer on about 30 minutes. Check it after 35 minutes. Originally I said 50 minutes. So let's do 30 minutes to 40 minutes, but check it after 30 or 35. And then make sure you insert your toothpick in the center. If it comes out clean, you know it's done. If it still have batter, as I said before, then you know it needs to go maybe a couple minutes longer. So what we're going to do is let this cool for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to transfer them to my cooling racks, and then I'm going to let them cool completely. And remember, it has to be cool completely before we go to the next step. And the next step is so simple, but you're going to have a lovely heart-shaped Valentine gift. And remember, guys, you can do this as well. Okay, what we're going to do while we're waiting on the cakes to completely cool, we're going to make the frosting. Frosting is really, really simple. I've already got it started. What you will need is 3 cups of powdered sugar, 1 stick of unsalted butter, and 2 packs 8-ounce cream cheese. And as I've said, I've got this started, and I'm going to gradually add in a little more of the powdered sugar. This is very, very simple. I'm sure many of you have probably made cream cheese frosting before. My daughter wants to devour the cream cheese frosting. She tried it and said, "Oh, Mom, that is so good." So, okay, there we go. So we're going to make up the frosting, and then I will come back and show you how to cut the cakes into a heart shape and frost them. See you shortly. Okay, now I'm going to show you how simple it is to assemble this heart-shaped cake, and then we're going to frost it, and then we're going to put a few sprinkles of candy on it. Now, what we're going to do is you want to cut this dead center. I've already measured it, got a little point right there, but you want to cut that as close to the center as you can possibly get it. And again, guys, it's very, very important to remember, let your cake cool completely. Now, another thing I need you to see here is, here's the square. You notice I turned it into a diamond shape. You want to turn that way. And then you want to take your cut in half circle, attach it there, and the other half right there. Perfect circle, right? But what we want to do is we're going to separate that, and we're going to use this amazing cream cheese frosting for our glue. And we're going to put some in there on the circle, the half circle. Put some glue on there. I call it glue, but it's frosting, of course, and it's so delicious. My daughter's eaten quite a bit of it. Just the frosting. She said, "Mom, that's so good." I'll have a piece while I'm doing it. Yes, that cream cheese frosting is so good. Now, you see how simple that was, guys? Again, remember, the video of the pound cake is going to be listed above. And you'll get to see, because I'm definitely going to cut it, so you can see how you actually can use a bundt cake, pound cake recipe and use it to make cakes in round or square or oblong, 9 by 13, 9 by 9, 8 by 8, or whatever it is that you want. That is just beautiful. Next, now that we've got that glued together, we're going to frost the entire cake. Also remember that you can use lemon cakes, white cakes, chocolate cakes, any kind of cake you can think of to make this recipe. It's just that this cream cheese pound cake is one of the best Valentine cakes you can make, because I think that anyone you make this for, whoever your Valentine is, guys and gals alike, that you will definitely know beyond a doubt that they will not be disappointed in the cake. You don't want to just give them a beautiful heart-shaped decorated cake for Valentine's Day. You actually want to give them something that tastes very, very delicious. Oh, that's beautiful. And you didn't even have a heart-shaped pan. That's the cool part. So you don't have to run out and buy a heart-shaped pan. You just have to cut it. And the cutting of it is so simple. You bake the cake, you cut it, and you frost it. Now, I'm going to try to put some cool decorations on it. And you can use any decorations that you like. What I wanted to find, and I actually ended up going to 2 stores, and I didn't find specifically that, but I did find some heart shapes. So you can put heart shapes, you can put sprinkles, you can even leave it just as it is, because there is that heart shape for your Valentine. Absolutely wonderful. Did I get every corner? Let's make sure we got all the corners. Okay. Get it all on this side. Okay, now, let's see in the front here. And maybe I need to use the smaller knife to make sure I get all of that. Okay. I hope that Larry will be able to get all of this and the picture so you can see all the way around how nice that is. Okay, I think that about covers it. Now, what I have here, that frosting is so good. Now, I'm using the Betty Crocker rainbow chips. And what it is chocolate, little pieces of chocolate covered with candy. So you can decorate your cake any way you like for your Valentine. And I like chocolate, so I'm sprinkling chocolate, and I'm going to put some little candy hearts on here. And I'm sure most of you have heard of these little cutie candies that we used to get as children on Valentine's Day. They used to come with the Valentine card. But here they are, and they have little sayings on them. Love you, cutie. I mean, just a host of different sayings on each one. And we're just going to put them on this corner. Right here. You can decorate it again any way you want. You can put it around the edges. You could put it around the entire cake if you like. You can cover the entire cake. But any design that you prefer, you can cover it in any position, shape, or form that you like. Now, isn't that the most beautiful Valentine heart-shaped cake you've ever seen? Gotta tell the truth, guys. But anyway, guys and gals can do this. Guys, if you want to buy a box of chocolate, you can do that. Or you can come home and make this simple, amazing, I don't know any other words to say, cream cheese pound cake in a heart shape. I'm sure she will love it, and I'm sure he will love it. Again, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Okay, Larry's not the taste tester tonight. Ashley, my daughter that's been eating half the frosting all evening, has decided to be my taste tester. So I'm going to taste test it with her, but I wanted you to see how moist and how just delicious that this pound cake can turn out, even though it's not in a bundt cake. Okay, Ashley.
How big of a piece do you want?
I just want a little one.
Oh, that's really good. There you go.
Oh, that looks great. That's quite all right. Let's see. Oh my gosh, can you get a close up on that? Look how flaky, moist. The outside has got a nice little crust on it. Yeah. Wow.
None of it's for you, buddy. Sorry.
Titan loves cakes too. As you can see, he's over there, but not tonight, Titan. That is delicious, guys. So please remember, this is an amazing, simple way to do a heart-shaped cake for your Valentine, and it's delicious. Guys and gals alike.
Day.
Thanks, guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, there's one more thing I need to share with you guys. Remember the Super Clean video that we did? Well, Super Clean is giving away a free box which has 5 of the different cleaning products in it. Initially, they said they would give one product to 5 different people, but they decided that they're going to give the entire box, which is over a $50 value, to one individual. And this is how we decided that we're going to draw a winner. On February 13th, we're going to do a video and we're going to tell then who won. But until February 13th, which is approximately 2 weeks, you have a chance to go in, watch the video. This is what you have to do now, so pay attention. You have to tell us in comments beneath the video, which product did I use to clean the baseboards? The baseboards along the floor. I want you to leave a comment telling us specifically which product I used to clean the baseboards, and then we're going to go in and take all of the people who commented on which product I used to clean the baseboards and get it right, and then we will put those names in a hat and we will draw those names a winner on February 13th. So that'll give you approximately 2 weeks to do that. Okay, guys, don't forget the drawing for the Super Clean products is Saturday, February 13th at 7 p.m.